Japan Society Gallery's fall show, Fiber Futures, features 30 artists on the cutting edge of the Japanese fiber art movement. This exhibition really showcases some of the most visually stunning sculptures, pictorial representations, and objects yet seen at Japan Society Gallery, all of which are created from a radical fusion of fine art, design, technology, and a little bit of fashion. This is one of my favorite pieces, Kyoko Kumai's Toki, or Time. And it's made with stainless steel filament, which she sewed into these amazingly resilient little balls. And they came all folded up within one another and popped out. And now you can't do this when you come to the show, but I will show you how flexible and resilient they are. Yasuko Iyanaga's A Gift from the Sea, Air X, is made of spun silk and pulses with an ethereal beauty that was inspired by all her trips to Southeast Asia, looking at the ocean and seeing the light reflect off it. Hisako Sekijima's organic avant-garde basketry is intriguing not only because he was able to shape such hard natural objects to his design, but because they smell pretty amazing.
Behind me is a curtain by Junichi Arai, who is one of Japan's most celebrated textile artists and a man who's been honored by universities on 3 continents. This curtain is made out of polyphenylene sulfide, and it was created using a very complicated process of the kind that Arai loves. And to make this curtain, Arai first of all created 2 sheets of polyphenylene sulfide, and one of them was coated on both sides with aluminium that was left uncolored. A very, very thin coat of aluminium, just a few atoms thick. And the other curtain was coated with aluminium on both sides, and that was colored with a yellow epoxy to give it a gold-like color. Then both those curtains were sliced into very, very, very thin strips, which were then woven together in a double weave. So he finished up with silver on one side and gold on the other. But he didn't stop there. Just to make the curtains even more effective, he used a traditional technique called shibori. He blocked out the gold circle that you can see behind me. And then he used a modern technique called burn-off to burn off the aluminium all around the blocked out area. So you get this great gold disc, which of course looks a little bit like the Japanese flag. Then around the edge you have this nice fuzzy area, and then beyond that edge, on the rest of the curtain, you have this strange filmy space-age kind of surface. This is the kind of effect that Arai loves. Now, this is a work by one of the most senior artists in the exhibition, Akio Hamatani, and it's called W Orbit. A lot of the works in the exhibition, as you might expect, are made of traditional materials like silk and paper and flax, but also many of them are made of distinctly un-Japanese materials, such as stainless steel thread, polyphenylene arsenide, or in this case it's rayon. But to give the piece a kind of traditional touch, Hamatani had a colleague dye the rayon with indigo, one of the most beloved and traditional of Japanese vegetable dyes. And Hamatani is one of several artists in the exhibition whose objective is to try to interfere with the textile as little as he possibly can. To create this shape, he made a big metal hoop, 4 meters in diameter, and then he took hundreds and hundreds of threads and fixed them to the hoop in a way that naturally allowed them to create the form that you can see behind me. In some ways it has a kind of 1950s Scandinavian modernist look to it, but in other ways, to me, it's a quintessentially Japanese piece of fiber art. I'm standing here in the middle of Machiko Agano's fabulous mirror sheet forest, and this is part of Japan Society's current exhibition, Fiber Futures, Japan's Textile Pioneers, on through December the 18th.